Good morning. Maddie, what's up with you? Stop. Come on. Good girl. Yeah, we do have the issue with the streaming at the moment. But no. That's because I can't figure out how to put my music through the stream without putting it through my speakers. I can't get it to do that. And I have not figured out how to do it. So the mic is on even when the music's going. Which is why you hear Maddie singing. Good girl. She's got the wines this morning. I don't know what's up with her. Do you want a dentist stick to start your morning? Because your breath stinks. I'm not saying that your breath stinks, but your breath stinks. There, go and have that. Okay. Oh, my chair's sunk again. I don't know how that's happened. Morning. It's Monday. Okay. Coffee. That's where we need to start. Coffee. Coffee. It's our drink. If we don't have it, we can't think. Quite literally. Morning. Welcome to RhomanysRealm. I'm Romany, and today we're doing a bit of a creative kickstart for the week because the sun is shining and I don't know, it feels like a creative day. Feeling better than you were last week. That's good. That's good. Okay. I got some ideas for you today of what I do when I'm not feeling like I've got any inspiration. That's probably the first thing that anybody wanting to be creative asks somebody who is creative. Where do you get your inspiration? And depending on who you talk to, you'll get a variety of answers. Some of them might be quite scathing. Various authors at different times have said things like, I keep it chained up in the shed at the bottom of the garden. For me, I just grab a book or something that looks interesting. That's what I do. So I thought I'd show you a couple of the things that I've used over the years. And since I'm not feeling all that inspired this morning, even though, you know, it's all spring and warm and lovely outside, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I want to go back to bed. So I thought maybe we'll try and get the zhuzh going. Get the mojo going. I don't know what is up with my hair this morning. The curl refresh went awry. I think I need a trim. Anyway, let's do the twizzy round thing. Here we go. So, as you know, I do journaling and art journaling and sketching and all sorts of stuff. But that doesn't always mean I'm full of inspiration all the time. Sometimes you sit there with a pen in your hand going, I really want to draw something, but I don't know what to draw. Not very often, I have to say. Just pull up something on Pinterest and pick something and do it. Melody, hi! Melody, I was trying to get hold of you. Why was I trying to get hold of you? I think I was trying to get hold of you because you signed up to something and you needed to be on Discord for it. And I couldn't get hold of you. We couldn't find you on Discord. It's getting there. I mean, I'm trying to grow it out. I'm trying to grow it out again. Which probably won't last very long. It usually gets to about here and I go, yep, I've had enough, and I chop it all off. But, you know, we'll see how we go this time. I think it might have been Spring Cleaning Chronicles. I think it might have been Spring Cleaning Chronicles. We were trying to get hold of you to add you to the class and we couldn't find you on Discord. Anyway. Yeah, we couldn't find you on Discord. So if you're not signed up to Discord, you need to do that. The link is in your PDF. Which you can download off Patreon. It's part of the class sale page. It's at the bottom of the PDF. If you're already on Discord, can you at either me or Mika in chat so we know who you are on Discord? And we'll add you. Miss Maddie, you've just had a treat. You're not having another one. Don't be naughty. Okay? Don't be naughty. So, inspiration. A few different ideas for inspiration, and then we're going to try a different one. Well, not a different one. We're going to do one that's we can all join in with. Maddie, stop. Stop. Come on. Sit in your bed, or go back to bed, or go and have your breakfast. I don't care what you do, but stop whining at me. Yeah, it's a good girl. There we go. She's going back to bed now. It's very distracting having a whining dog. Prompts. Prompts are always a good thing to have. And I don't necessarily do... Hey, Tyler. I don't necessarily do... Oh, yes, it's prompt month. This month we're doing da-da-da-da-da. So, therefore, that's the 30 days of prompts I must do, one every day. Bah! I don't work like that. I see a prompt list. I quite like a lot of the prompts. I download the prompt list. Then I hashtag it prompt list in my phone. And that's it. Anytime I need a prompt list, I then just go to my cloud and look for the hashtag. And there's the prompt lists that I've saved over the years. And I just look at one and go, oh, that sounds interesting. Let's do that. You don't have your shit together. Right. Well, that explains why you're in the Spring Cleaning Chronicles. You've been clearing out your closets, which is why you haven't taken the time to sign up for Discord. Right, okay, that makes sense. But the point of the class is to do your closets, so if it's inspired you to do your closets, then it's a good start, right? Yeah, sign up for Discord. Let us know you're an SCC. And Miko will sort you out. Right. Maddie. Oh, it's going to be one of those days today. So yeah, prompt lists is a good one. But not necessarily prompt lists that are happening right now. They don't have to be current prompt lists. They can be from whenever. If you like the look of the prompts, use the prompt list. The prompt list police are not going to come out at you and go, you can't do that because it's 4 years old. Nobody cares. Another way of getting inspiration is to do an actual challenge. Morning, DC. I'm currently doing a 100 pages in 100 days challenge. I did the 100 days challenge last year. It took me quite substantially longer than 100 days. Morning, Maria. But I did it. I did the 100 days. This year I'm doing 100 pages, which is going a bit better because, I don't know, there's something about a daily thing. As soon as you say it's a daily prompt or a daily something, you kind of feel like you have to do one a day. And I don't feel like that with this. This is 100 pages. I need to finish this sketchbook. And I've set myself a time limit of 100 days, which is the end of June, minus it's the end of June minus my week's holiday in April. And I've just been doing some sketches, you know, one a day. No, I did these 5 on a Sunday last week. I did this one as part of a stream I was doing because I had to work out the shading. I started this guy as a warm-up sketch, and then I finished him as part of yesterday's stream, and then I did all these guys. These raccoons, they're so cute. Yeah, I did all these guys. So I've done my 7 for this week already. Will I only do 7 this week? No, I might do some more. I might well do some more. But I'm finding that setting a page limit and a time limit, rather than trying to do a daily challenge, or what my brain interprets as a 1 a day challenge, is working considerably better for me. The other thing I do is with prompt lists, instead of just doing 1 a day, I combine prompts together. So I won't do 30 prompts in 30 days. I'll do like 5 prompts altogether on one day. So if one of the prompts is blue and one of the prompts is panda and one of the prompts is tree, then I'll do a blue panda sitting in a tree. Or I'll draw a panda sitting in a tree in blue pen. You know, combine the prompts together. That's 3 days prompts in one. And then you don't feel the pressure to do it every single day. Some people plan them in advance. I've seen a lot of people do that, especially for the October lists, where you're trying to finish artwork, like a piece of artwork a day or a page a day. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. Sorry. Yeah, some people plan them and like do preparation sketches and things like that and get really invested in it in advance. Don't do that. That's more time than I'm prepared to commit to most projects, honestly. I don't really plan anything. I do it. Do or do not. There is no plan. That's me. But doing this, finishing this sketchbook within 100 days feels doable. Because I'm aiming to do 7 pages a week rather than having to do 1 a day. And all I do for this is I open Pinterest. I have the app. You've seen this before. I have the, where's my phone? Oh, there it is, right in front of me where I can see it. I have the I still haven't replaced this cracked screen cover. I have the widget app here for Pinterest, and I'll just, if I like the image, I'll save it. Simple as that. And then I'll save it in my favourites, and at any point in time I can just come into here, go to my favourites and go, right, okay, what should we draw? So there's that. Another thing I will do is this is why I have so many tabs open on my phone. I will go to the daily news app. So I've got these daily news things. Most of it is absolute rubbish and I don't read it. Most of it I don't care about. Large crack appears in Beachy Head near Eastbourne. Ooh, limestone cliffs. See, that's interesting. That's an interesting one. So that's the kind of thing I will open in a new tab and save it for later. Checking what's going on in the world. Chaos, panic, disorder. £5 for a coffee. Yeah, that's never going to happen. Any of this useful? pictures of Scotland. We like Scotland, so we'll open that in a new tab. There might be something in there that's interesting. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, Brian James died. You can tell I haven't done this morning. Do or do not, there is no plan. Yeah. This is why planning is boring, because it's just the same thing over and over again. Highland Locks Island could be a rare medieval Crannoch settlement. Now that is exactly up my street. Archaeology and things. Do I care? No. Do I care? No. Okay, I'll come back to all this later, but basically I end up with a lot of... Morning, Cody. I end up with a lot of this kind of thing on my phone. So previous ones I've saved, Onfim's Doodle, 16th century kid's self-portrait on horseback. The ghost dog of the Amazon, the mysterious canine so rare it's hardly ever seen. New Wolverines, 2 Wolverines born at Dudley Zoo. It's not far from me. You know, that's interesting to me, so that's the kind of thing I will save. But what I do with these is I will save them in my... Hang on. Day One app, so you can save it to a specific journal, and it will save on today's date, and then I can close down that tab and I've got the reference to it later. So it's a useful way of saving things. So if I save all these today, I'll be able to see where I've got a whole load of links saved in the app, and then my phone doesn't scream at me because I'm saving too many things and not reading them. Let me go to my journal one. So there you go. Now I've got a list of links, so when I open my journal up I'm like, oh, I've got a list of links to look at. But we do make the boring stuff fun with stickers and art. Yes, we do. And if you want some stickers, my Redbubble link is down below in the description. And if you want to make some art, my Patreon link is down below in the description. Okay. So yeah, that's a couple of different ways that I have inspiration. But one of the things I like to do is have books that are inspiring, because it's nice to get off your digital devices and create things that are not necessarily not from reference pictures or whatever. You know, you can just... Marketing Cat approves of the Redbubble and Patreon plugs. Good. I suck at marketing. I really do. But here we are. Another thing I do, of course, is fan art. Never diss the fan art, okay? Especially if you're not necessarily a professional artist. But even if you are a professional artist, if you're just doing stuff for yourself, find something cute and draw it, okay? It doesn't matter if it's from your favourite anime show, or Cody draws her favourite Sanrio and Hello Kitty characters and things. I mean, you know, just pick something you enjoy. Tyler's really into music. They could find albums off Spotify and draw the albums if they wanted to. Or, you know, write out lyrics from the songs. Anything that gets your creative ideas flowing. That sort of thing. I have quite a niche fan art thing. I like horror, creepy houses, and David Tennant. So that's pretty much what I draw when I'm lacking inspiration. Draw your favourite author. Draw some of their books. Go onto Pinterest and type clip art. Find a random word, start doodling as a warm-up, and sometimes something will strike you from that point. Yeah. Look around your desk and go, oh, I think I'll draw that. That's interesting. I'll draw my mic. I'll draw my camera. I'll draw my phone. It doesn't matter what you do. It's just to get your... Once you start drawing or you start writing, things happen. We've just had our Star and Aries season, so there's some more ideas. Yep, spiritual ideas. Animals are always good. Draw your pets. Doodle anime eyes. Yeah, why not? One of my favourites is to grab a book because it's non-digital. And this, over the years, has been one of my favourites. I bought this back in 2012, 2013, I think. Somewhere around there, maybe even before that, 2010. It's called The Almanac, A Daily Dose of Wonder by Jill Badonsky. It's a very fun book to look at. She's a artist, she's a comedian, she does humorous comic type things and stuff like that. Not Ro, the spirit animal artist, suggesting drawing animals. Well, that's my default. I have two defaults. Well, three defaults. Mushrooms. That's what I doodle. When I need to doodle something, I doodle mushrooms. When I want to draw or paint something, I do animals. And when I just want to do something for me, I draw David Tennant. Mushrooms, animals, David Tennant. I mean, that's all three food groups, right? But this book, now I put the link in Amazon in the description for the Amazon thing, but this book is hard to find in the UK. New on Amazon, it's 70 quid. Don't do that. Go to eBay and pick it up for a lot less than that. You can usually get it for about £10-15. I think it was only released in hardback over here, which is why it's so expensive to get. But in the US and Canada, it's a lot easier to get it for a lot cheaper. But it's a really fun book that is basically a never-ending thing of inspiration. It's got cute little doodles in it. It's got cute little drawings. It's got little ideas. How to use it. Doing different things. Here's this is her list of contents. Right? Astrological spells. Ideas to charm you according to your star sign. Tides. Setting intentions to what to let go of. Ebbing. And what to do more of. Flowing. A vessel of strength. A quote, a saying, a word that you can call on when life throws you some turbulence. Crops and planting tips to cultivate lightness and laughter. Name today. Give the day a title to make it more special or meaningful. Daily soul vitamin. Read a quote to fortify your spirits and boost your outlook. Toast of the day. Calling undivided attention and honour to a small delight, a secret to a fulfilling existence. And so on. I mean, dose of mirth. Don't leave home without wit. That alone makes me giggle. My favourite one is the aha-phrodisiacs. Aha-phrodisiacs. Guidelines, prompts and spells for partaking in creative play. There's also journal juju. Prompts for musing, reflection, discovery, esteem, processing and doodling. And it is a day-by-day book there's a month section, different things to look at for the month, and then you have the dates all the way through. Toast. Oh my god, I love toast. I could live on toast. Easily I could live on toast. Oh, toast. Anyway, so yeah, this is what it looks like. Every day there's something new to look at. So you can either just open it wherever you feel like and have a go. Ooh, I must have closed it with a pen in it at some point because the book's coming apart. Either that or I've used this page a lot. Oh, that's a starer. Carbs are their own love language. We like carbs. Carbs are fine. Cheese on toast, bit of Worcester sauce. But also crumpets, yes. And waffles. Crumpets and waffles. Toast, crumpets with Marmite. And potato waffles with ketchup. That's your snack food. So for Ostara, there was a quote for the day. A musician must make music, an artist must paint, a poet must write, if he is to be ultimately at peace with himself. The toast for the day, or servants is French toast with powdered sugar. Oh, that's too much. That's too much effort. That's far too much effort. If it doesn't involve chucking it into something hot and leaving it for 5 minutes, then turning it over and doing it again, I'm not interested. It's too much effort. Hi, River. Toast and crumpets with Marmite and cheese. Now you're talking. You can make churros out of crumpets, though. I found out. They're quite nice, actually. Make a bit of a mess of your air fryer, though. Aphrodisiacs. Get some crayons or pastels, several pieces of paper. Play Baroque or other classical music and scribble a number of works to the music, filling in any form they may begin to take. Give each a title and use some of the titles as inspiration for writing. That's a lot. Journal Juju. Aries is an energetic, innovative, original, pioneering, assertive, quick-tempered, strong-driven leader, ambitious, extroverted, sometimes aggressive, competitive, enthusiastic, self-reliant and self-assured. Scan the Aries list and write briefly, or not so briefly, about where you are with one or more of these tendencies, even if you aren't an Aries. So yeah, there's lots of different things. Lots of different things. International Day of the Seal, and she drew a watercolour seal, just the outline of a seal silhouette, and then doodled by the look of it. Take a seal to lunch. Doodle yourself having lunch with a seal. Sushi, maybe? Have fun with the dialogue with a seal if he was your child. Wilbur, would you please take that ball off your nose and eat your sardines? It's fun. It's fun. So today is the 24th. Let's see what we can get from the 24th. Double dose daily soul vitamin for magic. Ooh, a Stephen King quote. That's a good start. Books are a uniquely portable magic. Whatever you think you can do or believe you can do, begin it. Action has magic, grace and power in it. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Toast of the day. Toast. Here's to the everyday magic of the way the light looks when it is filtered through trees. Ooh, now there's a painting prompt for you. All Servants is Happy Birthday to Harry Houdini. 1874. So 150 something. 151-ish. Curtis Lee Hanson, 1945, Oscar-winning film director. Never heard of him. So there you go. Curtis Lee Hanson, Oscar-winning film director. Great. Look him up. What did he do? Do you recognise any of the films? 1945. So his, let's say most directors like 30s, 40s. So he would have been the 70s. Might have some interesting film art, poster art, something like that. Maddie, stop, please. Curtis Lee. Oh, is he Curtis Lee Hanson? I wonder if he's related to Jamie Lee Curtis. Maddie, stop. Curtis Lee Hanson. American film director, screenwriter. Died in 2016. Doesn't have any related people, so maybe he's not related to Jamie Lee Curtis. How interesting, though. Let's see. Born in Reno, Nevada. Well, there's somewhere interesting to draw. Grew up in LA. Again, LA skyline, interesting to draw. The Dunwich Horror. Sweet Kill. Silent Partner, White Dog, and Never Cry Wolf. I think I've heard of Never Cry Wolf. LA Confidential, I've heard of that. 8 Mile. Ooh, that's a Stephen King one. Starring rapper Eminem. Oh, there's two different ones of that. That's an Eminem. That's the Eminem version. Okay, film career. What did he win an Oscar for? Wrote the original script to Psycho. Interesting. I'm just looking for his Oscar win. What did he win an Oscar for? Ugh. Let's go to the bottom. Awards and nominations. There we go. 1. There we go. Academy Award. LA Confidential. Academy Award, Critics' Choice Award. Edgar Allan Poe Award. Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Oh, that's where I recognise his name from. More LA Confidential. Screenwriters Guild Award. Well, I can't see him having won an Oscar anywhere. BAFTAs. Cannes, Critics' Choice, DeVille, Directors Guild, Golden Globes. Where did he win an Oscar then? I'm not seeing an Oscar. Most of it was LA Confidential anyway. What do we know about LA Confidential? This is me going down a rabbit hole. Bye. Oh, Kim Basinger. Group of LAPD officers. Interesting. I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that. Wasn't as exciting a diversion as I thought it might be. Sometimes it's interesting because you get like old movie posters and stuff like that. Oh, the next bit is a whole list of things that he did. Except I can't find where he won an Oscar. A dose of mirth. Using words to describe magic is like using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. Tom Robbins. Journal Juju. Prove Tom Robbins wrong. Make a list of events in your life you associate with magic, or write how having the power of magic might serve you. Is this a rabbit in a top hat? Starter fluid. I am the river wild. Okay. Message from AIM. Fuel for confidence. Think and feel I can do this. What do we fancy from that? Not really a huge amount, to be honest. I mean, they had me at Stephen King. So let's do that. There's a new Stephen King book coming out soon. It's one of the Bill Hodges Holly What's Her Face series. So let's see, what can we come up with? Oh, I know what would be fun. Let's have some post-it notes, shall we? What you can hear right now is the AIM message chime. Yeah. Let's have some post-it notes. Books are a uniquely portable form of magic. So if we write uniquely, is that right? Uniquely portable form of magic. Books are a... Oh, we can make that bigger. Okay. Oh, I know. We'll move this all the way across. Let's make that capital. And then here, how about we draw some books? That's probably not a good idea, having books like that. Maybe let them get smaller as they come along. There we go. Books. All you heard was Hanson. So we've got the AIM messenger chime, and we've got Hanson going on. Oh, that's pen. I can't erase that. Okay. We can put some titles in there. A uniquely portable form of magic. Stephen King. There we go. Bop. Are we all I am Hanson lyrics to each other? They turned out to be kind of nut jobs, did they? I mean, they're still going though, to be fair to them. They are still going. They're still very well known and they're still touring, so. Okay. So we've got a quote, we've got a picture of some books. How about let's draw Stephen King. Why not? You're all sitting in the... Hey! Stop! Maddie, stop! Maddie, enough! I've drawn that one before. Enough! Stop your silly whining! I've drawn a lot of these before. It's quite difficult to find one that I haven't done. Well, let's go with that one. Maddie's trying to sing Hanson songs. She's more of a Metallica girl. Gonna need something to lean on. Oh, nice chunky book right here. That'll do. There we go. Doesn't sketch very well. And this one's a bit leaky because it's coming to the end of its life. Maddie, my goodness me. Oh, for goodness sake. What is wrong with you? I'm going to have to go and open the door. Because this whining is driving me nuts. Even though you don't need to go out. Let's continue. Anybody doing anything along the lines of inspiration? Doing your something booky? Don't have to do what I'm doing. Something books. I think what I love most about that journal is how much you have to drill down and make the image as simple as possible while still making it obvious to a 4-year-old what's happening in the picture. Oh, your little journal for your little girl, is it? You drew a go-kart for your daughter's calendar journal. I don't even know what a go-kart looks like. If I think of a go-kart, I think of like a long gardening planter with wheels, 4 wheels, and a really long steering wheel. That's basically it. That's all I know about go-karts. Oh, wrong pen. Okay. We got a bit of a... I feel like we've got a bit of a Stephen King look going here. Kind of close. What do you think? It looks a bit like Stephen King. I think it looks a bit like Stephen King. I think we're getting there. So let's add some extra bits. Maddie. Whoop. Okay. I might have drawn that a little bit too... I might have drawn the top of his glasses just a little bit too low. It's going to go through his eyes, but it doesn't matter. It'll still look like Stephen King. Nobody cares. It's not that deep. 'Tis for my journal. Very distinct crease line there. And also there. Working right now, but it gave me a thought to have a journal prompt jar to pick something out randomly when I need to. Yep. I do that too. I used to have a whole, actually I've probably still got it. I had a whole list of like 300 prompts, journal prompts for a journal jar. I can throw it in the digital download shop over on Patreon if you want. Somebody, I think it was Darcy, printed them out and cut them up into, cut them up into little pieces and then turn them into those, you know, the little stars in a jar. I think you fold I think it's a square piece of paper. You fold them up and turn them into a star. Put them all in a jar and then pull them out and use them as prompts. Okay, I think we've got Stephen King. What do you reckon? This pen is so blotty. Dry now. Apparently I did do that bit in pen. So make that bit a bit thicker. If you ever have a box or a shape or something that doesn't look interesting, add a drop shadow. It makes all the difference, look. Okay. Actually, let's use a thicker pen. Be quicker and easier. Hand joints are achy from the weather. Yeah, my thumb is absolutely killing me. Picturing making little origami stars has them hurting more. Really? No, the door's open. Don't be silly. No, you're really just being a dork now. Stop! I don't even know why she's whining. There's no reason for her to be whining for anything. Or huffing, like a little freeloader. Ow. No. Let's do the books. Give them a little bit of shadow as well. So, now what? What's the name of the new one? Coming out on... I've already purchased it, so what's it called? Never Flinch. Ooh, it's got Justice on the front. Okay. Hold your nerve, face your fears, never flinch. Oh, I like that. Maddie, stop. Stop. Okay. This looks a good one for this yellow post-it. I said stop. Enough. I don't know why you're whining. You need to stop it. Start reading a few Stephen King books in the next few weeks. And he read Thinner and hated the misogyny. Yeah, but he writes about it to highlight the problems with it. That's the thing. You're supposed to hate the misogyny. That's the point. Fairy tale is good. If you want something that doesn't have anything offensive in it. But he writes about things like domestic violence and murder and torture and stuff and misogyny and things like that to highlight the problems with it. You're supposed to hate the misogyny in it. That's the point. Well, if you don't like that kind of stuff, don't read Dolores Claiborne, because that's about domestic violence and it's horrible. It's an excellent book. I absolutely loved it. But if Thinner is too much for you, then you wouldn't like that. It's supposed to be too much for you. That's the point. It's horror. Horror genre. You're not supposed to look at the misogyny and go, oh yeah, this is great. You're supposed to absolutely hate it. It's like Stepford Wives. It's not supposed to be a comedy, it's a horror. Try something like Fairy Tale. Which is like 2 books in one. It's a long book, but it is like 2 books in one. It's about a boy who befriends an old man. And the old man tells the little boy his secret, and then he dies and leaves the boy in charge of his secret. Most of Stephen King's characters, male characters, you're supposed to dislike. If you like his characters, there's something wrong with you. It's like Carrie. Carrie is a tragic figure. She's not a very likeable figure, but you understand why she is like she is. Her mother is a nasty piece of work. You're not supposed to like her. There are no likeable characters in Carrie. This is why it's horror. It's reading Thinner and saying there's too much misogyny in it is like reading 1984 and saying there's too much conspiracy theory in it. Now I think about it, I don't normally come across books where the protagonist is unlikable. Well, you don't read a lot of horror then. Except for his newer stuff, the Bill Hodges, Holly, what's-her-face, the Mr. Mercedes series. I can't remember Holly's name. I don't know why. She's one of my favourite characters. I really like her. She's autistic, but she's incredibly clever. But she's got a real problem with people. She does her best to get around it, but every case she handles, she just reconfirms her suspicions that the human race is just horrible, and she doesn't want anything to do with them. Can relate. No, I can't remember her name. It's really annoying. Yeah, those are more... They have elements of horror in them, but they're more thriller detective type stuff. They're more like Law and Order type things, but with a private detective, private investigator. But his other stuff it is meant to be horror. It is horror. You don't. He has a very bad way of... Well, not bad. I enjoy it. He tends to have his main character is the antagonist, not the protagonist. And the worst ones are where you can understand that the character you really hate is the one that you actually understand where they're coming from. You just have to remember that it is a horror. You're not supposed to enjoy it. Well, you're supposed to enjoy being scared by it, but the whole point of it is that it's not trying to make you feel all fluffy and cozy and fanficky. You know, you want some of that. You need to go read some Fairy Smart or something. If you just want to read about horrible real life and think, thank God I don't know any people like that, then Stephen King's your man. It's funny because I always used to say that one of the reasons I liked reading Stephen King was no matter what happened in real life, Stephen King could always somehow imagine something worse. Something tells me he's coming to the point where maybe he can't imagine much worse. You know? And it's not funny. But it is funny because you have to laugh or else, you know? What's the one I read about? There's one about an artist on the beach. I really enjoyed that one. Derma Key? I think it might be Derma Key. Because I think the beach was called Derma Key. But if you want horror without horror, then check Fairy Tale is a good one. Read it as 2 books. Seen a few movies on Netflix that you normally would watch because they're so far-fetched. But they hit too close now, yeah, right? All of a sudden, Black Mirror, not that scary anymore. Okay. This is the new one coming out. I don't have a white that will work well enough at the moment, so I'm doing it in black. It should be white writing, but meh. Do I care? Not really. What are you whining about and moaning about and barking about? Miss Maddie. You need belly rubs. Come here, get belly rubs. Come here and get some belly rubs. Hi. Do McKee, yeah. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I'm not 100% sure. Misery's really good as well. Watch the film if you can't be bothered to read the book. It's got Kathy Bates and James Caan in it, and it's brilliant. She's his #1 fan. And when he gets into a car accident, she's going to look after him. Whether he likes it or not. Okay. Maddie, stop. Please stop. Stop. Come on. Yeah. Oh, the book's even better. The book is even better. Because you really get into her head. And it is a trip. Maddie, stop. But yeah, the whole of the Mr. Mercedes series is good. That's what this one is from. Oh, that's going to cover that up. So I'll have to put this over here, which is okay because it will cover up this bit of... Maddie, enough. Come on, what's wrong with you this morning? Okay. Your husband had never seen that movie, and when that scene happened, you were just waiting for his reaction. Yeah. Let's see. Actually, I think I use a red for the book titles because a lot of his book titles have red writing on them. So let's do that. I know. Let's do a Q&A list. First SK book I read. Latest SK book I read. Favorite book. Favorite series. Favorite short story. Favorite film adaptation. Most read book. Okay. I'm going to use my other ballpoint because this one sploots everywhere and this one doesn't. So, first Stephen King book I read, Carrie. Circa 1979-80. My dad read it, handed it to 8-year-old me and said, "Here you go, you like creepy stuff." Favourite short story, The Body made into a film, Stand By Me. Yes, Jane, isn't that the one where the school kids find a body in the woods? Is it that one? And they watch it decompose. Is that it? On Goodreads, looking at his author pages, here's the answer to one of the questions someone asked about him. My favourite movie this Christmas is Train to Busan, because to me nothing says Christmas like zombies on a South Korean express train. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. My favourite short story is The 10 O'Clock People. I think it's in 4 Past Midnight. If you are or have ever been one of those people who go outside for a break at 10 o'clock when you're at work, you know, one of those, it's, yeah, it'll put you off going for a cigarette, for a break at 10 o'clock. Completely put you off. Never again will you want to go for a break at 10 o'clock in the morning. Latest book I read was Holly, which is actually the one before this one. And I believe I read that around July last year, but my Audible will tell me. Salem's Lot. I like Salem's Lot. I've never seen the TV series. There's been a lot of different adaptations of it, and I'm not a big fan of Stephen King adaptations. Mostly because Stephen King doesn't like the adaptations of his work. Even the ones he's worked on, he doesn't like. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Goodreads. Goodreads will tell me. I'm on Goodreads as Romany if you want to follow me. Although I haven't read a single book yet this year. Tell me you read a lot of fan fiction without telling me you read a lot of fan fiction. Oh, I'm already following you, Maria, apparently. My books. Read. I've got Salem's Lot on there, but I didn't actually reread it. I just updated when I read it, because it didn't have a date on for some reason. Okay, why don't I have Holly on here? Because I've read it. It's in my Audible. Finished. Or did I just imagine I read it? Did I not actually buy it? Holly, Stephen King, in your library. View in library. I knew I'd see it. Finished! See? I knew I had. Doesn't tell me when I finished it. I knew I had. Okay, so why isn't it in Goodreads? Holly, Stephen King. Oh, November 2023. Was it that long ago? Wow. Okay. I didn't think it was that long ago. I thought it was last year. Favourite book? Fairy tale. Even though it's not horror, it's still one of my favourite books. Maddie, stop! Favourite series? The thing with Stephen King is a lot of his characters are returning characters. So a side character in one book will be a main character in a later book, or a main character in an early book will turn up as a side character in a later book. So a lot of his books are connected. I think the connected books that I like best are the Needful Things ones. Although I do like the Mr. Mercedes series. But the entire concept of there being magical items in the world that people must have, and it's not because the people have any control about whether they want them or not. The things want the people to have them. It's just such a bonkers concept. And I really like that. Favourite film adaptation? I like Misery, but I like Secret Window better. I think it was really well done. Most read book? Go on then. What do you think is my most read Stephen King book? Tell me what you think. I'm going to write some books up here that I haven't listed in that list. So some other books. The Stand. The Stand. I read The Stand when I was in high school. I think I was about 11 or 12. It was a new book for me. It was a nice, thick, chunky book. And I was lying in bed with the flu. Like, awful. Let me tell you, when you're a young, impressionable teenager and you're home in bed with the flu, The Stand is not the book you should be reading. Pet Sematary, no, one of my favourite books, but not my most read book. You've got to be a real Stephen King nerd to have this as your most read book. I'll tell you that. It, no. I've never actually read it. I've seen both the films, but I've never read the book. Because the minute that balloon appears coming out of the drain, no, I'm out. The red balloon said clown to me, and that was it. I'm out. One day I'll be brave enough to read it. I mean, I was like, I think 17, 18 when I tried to read it the first time, I think. Oof. Tyler knows me well. On Writing is my most read book. I read it at least once a year. I haven't read it yet this year, but I do have it. I did pull it out, and it is sitting on my desk over there. So at some point, I will read it. And it is one of the few books, one of the very, very, very few books that I actually read the book. I mean, I read it with the audio as well. But I actually read the book itself. Because I'm an audiobook listener. So there we go. We've got a Stephen King page started there from some inspiration. I feel like this needs a... This comes out on May 28th. Yeah. Stephen King's On Writing. It's basically a kind of author's autobiography. It's about his writing process, how he writes, how he develops characters, but it also talks about his literary career and how he started certain books and how he deals with, you know, books that he starts them and they don't go anywhere, or, you know, being rejected by publishers, also all that kind of stuff. It's literally his career autobiography. It's very, very, very good. And every time I read it, I learn something new. Okay. And since we've got pre-order now, May 28th, am I going to do a big arrow here saying already did? Yes, I am. we go. So I don't necessarily finish pages all in one go, as you know. So I don't feel the need to completely finish this page anytime soon. In fact, I might write some of my favourite quotes from On Writing on here as I'm reading through it again. The ones that stand out to me this time I read through. I've done that before. Yeah. So there you go. Picking inspiration. There's lots of different ways to do that. Pick a quote from your favourite author. Just write about your favourite author. Write about your favourite book. Write about the most recent book you read. We're into book journaling now. I don't really book journal. What I do is I print out a picture of the book and I write a short summary in a box about that big of what the book was about. Otherwise, I have no idea whether I've read the book or not. Literally no idea. And I certainly don't know what the book was about. Even if I look at it and go, oh yeah, I recognise that cover, I've read that one, and I know when I read it, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea when or what the book was about. Unless it's a Stephen King book or a Terry Pratchett book or the author who shall not be named book. No, not her. The other one. Good girl. Yeah, I might write some quotes from On Writing in here when I do it. So there's another journal page done, mostly. Put title, author, narrator and take notes. No summary, no review, no pick. I don't take notes when I'm reading. I read books. The number of books I've got that I've actually got extensive written notes in, to the point where I've got an old paperback copy of the book that I just write extensive notes in. You know, like the book talkers. I've got Good Omens, Witches Abroad from the Discworld series, On Writing, The Journals of Sylvia Plath, and the Broadchurch novel by Erin Kelly. That's it. I don't really do a lot of... I don't have a lot of physical books that are fiction books. I do have all my Stephen Kings, all my Terry Pratchett's, and all my fantasy author who shall not be named. Because it gets you demonetised these days. But he may have written the Sandman series. The type who forgets everything as soon as you close the book. Yeah, I'm like, did I even read this book? Unless it's a series where I know the characters well. I read a lot of Joy Ellis. I love Joy Ellis's books. And I'm reading her Nikki Galena series. I'm on about book 14. I can tell you everything about Nikki Galena, everything about her family, everything about her DI, her team, the station they work at, all that kind of thing, where they're set, all that sort of stuff. Can name almost all the books. Can't actually tell you, you know, if you said, this book, what's it about? I'd go, I don't know. But I can go, well, there was one where there was a body in a wheelbarrow and it was something to do with the trees dying. That's me remembering a book I read. Anyway, that's your inspiration for today. Books. Books are always a good source of inspiration. Whether it's a picture book and you draw something from the picture book, your favourite author, your favourite book, a book of inspiration itself that gives you an idea. This is a fantastic book for that. Any book that you pick up off your shelf, open it to a page and read a bit and go, what does that make me think of? Draw a character from a book. Draw a place from a book. Look up the place that the book is set and draw the place on Google Maps. Draw a map of all the places in the book. Lots of different things you can get from books as ideas. Yeah, there you go. And I call it a day there. I'm going to go and get some lunch. Got a long session tonight. It's our 4-hour co-working session tonight. And am I back tomorrow? Yes, probably. Am I back tomorrow? Probably back tomorrow. I don't know. I'm a bit all over the place with changing my schedule a bit. I'm doing Wednesday. I'm doing Thursday. I'm doing Friday on Twitch. I'm not doing Sunday. I'm doing a video Saturday. So, yes, I will be on. I'll be on all week this week because I'm not doing Sunday. Because I'm on holiday Sunday. Next week I'm on holiday. The whole of next week. But I'll put some videos up for you during the week that you can have a look at. Don't forget to like the video, heart the video, heart in the chat to like the video, subscribe, share, and hit that notifications bell. That's what everybody says, isn't it? I'm done with the kids. Hit the notification bell. And I will see you tomorrow. For whatever we're going to do tomorrow. I have no idea what we're going to do tomorrow, but I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. And if you're one of my working dogs over on Patreon, I will see you tonight for a 4-hour co-working session. Sit on your bum and get things done. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Bye.